I don't think anybody's in there.
So where's Mosley?
Hey guys, it's 5.
Thank you, oh guardian of the clock.
Okay, don't start, you two. I want to hear what happened.
You mean at Chateau de Serras? You're right. The guy's probably into one of these secret societies. You should have heard him go on about alchemy, but I don't know. He seemed more bookish than anything.
I say anyone who's involved with these secret societies is a big suspect.
Speaking of which, Larry Chester is definitely lying. He said McDougal and Mallory just stopped by last night for directions. I couldn't get him to crack.
Who's this? Chester?
That's right.
Interesting. I'll get started on the treasure angle. Check out the museum and church tonight. That book really got my juices flowing.
So that's what it takes.
Huh?
So, are we gonna eat or what? I'm starved.
Well, actually, Grace and I had talked about catching up.
That's okay, Mose. I want to stick with my research for a while. Why don't you and Gabriel go?
I can wait till later if you...
No, I think that's a great idea. In fact, I think we should be going right now, shouldn't we, Mose?
See ya.
See, Grace, maybe after dinner?
Good evening, Mademoiselle Nakimura. Jean told me you are staying in room 25 with Monsieur Knight.
I bet he did.
I am Simone, Mademoiselle. I hope you will enjoy your visit.
Thanks. Have you seen anything, I don't know, curious around town lately?
Ah, oui, Mademoiselle.
What?
Someone has bought a chicken. It is making my mother crazy, this chicken. It comes to the garden, it eats her seeds. I do not know who is the owner of this chicken, but I know my mother. This chicken will be in the soup pot one night.
Oh, well, it happens to the best of us. Do you know anything about the treasure, Simone?
Well, I have seen many treasure seekers come and go, Mademoiselle, but I have never thought much of the idea myself. But there is a museum if...
Yeah, I know. Thanks anyway.
What do you care anyway? You said you weren't interested.
I'm not. That doesn't mean I care to watch you belly up to the trough. Besides, you're just setting yourself up for a fall. Gracie doesn't like you that way.
Oh? And what kind of guy would she like?
I don't know. Younger, maybe? Good-looking? A nice guy? She deserves a nice guy.
Which explains her alleged attraction to you.
Oh, that's purely chemical. Poor kid. See, I've got this pheromone thing going on.
Yeah, I tried not bathing myself once, but my coworkers got a little upset about it.
Oh, ha, ha, ha. You never could stand my success with women.
No, it was how you screwed with women that I couldn't stand.
Ah, back off, Lancelot.
Yeah, I guess we better talk about something else before I get worked up.
Hello, boys.
Oh, Madeline.
Hey.
Oh, you are already dining. How disappointing. I was hoping to spend some time with you. And especially with you, Gabriel.
Well, we can make room.
But I must change. The night is just beginning. Will I see you when I come down?
Wouldn't miss it.
Sure.
Then I will be extra quick. A bientôt.
Man, is she hot for you. Whew. Where'd that come from?
Pheromones.
Christ. You gonna go for it?
Why not? Sex worked for Bond.
But Grace is in your room.
Yeah, what did I tell you? Having her around is like wearing a freaking chastity belt. But Madeline doesn't have a roommate.
Well, go for it, I guess.
Good evening, Signore Bukeli.
And to you, Miss Nakamura.
Have you quite recovered from this afternoon?
See, with a little help from the vine.
Bukeli's dining early. How are you feeling, Mr. Baza?
Oh, much better, thank you.
It was quite a shock, wasn't it?
What was?
The two dead men?
The two? Oh, of course. Yes, it really was a shock. Are you quite all right, Miss Nakamura?
You know, you're the first person who's asked me that.
Sometimes it is easier for a stranger to be polite than a friend. But don't let me keep you. I'm sure you have better things to do.
Oh, they close at 5. I better hurry. They're closed. Shoot. Not a bad idea, but maybe I should pick it up first. Oh my God! It's a copy of Le Serpent Rouge. There is a fingerprint on it. It's a pamphlet from St. Mary Magdalene's. I don't think that would accomplish anything. That's the envelope Le Serpent Rouge came in. Someone taped it to the door of the museum. This riddle is fascinating. You can almost see what it's hinting at. I really want to solve it. Wow, that cup. It reminds me of the Holy Grail. Now that I think about it, the whole idea of communion is kind of related to the Grail. I wonder which one this is referring to. Maybe it's referring to both? It looks like she's washing his feet. I'm not that familiar with Christian tradition, but it doesn't surprise me. It's the Virgin Mary and Jesus. The question is, who's Joseph holding then? That's Joseph and baby Jesus. Or is it? I believe that's where they give sermons. Saint Anthony the Hermit. Isn't he mentioned in Le Serpent Rouge? I'm not sure how she ties into the mystery. Maybe she's just a local saint. And then again, Sonier did overcome his poverty, big time. Perhaps he prayed to her about it. Jesus being baptized. I don't recognize this one. That shield has a distinctive shape. Circle. Relevant? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't see anything that might be a clue in this one. Is it just me, or do all these faces look alike? There's almost a pattern there, but I'm not sure what it is. I don't see anything that might be a clue in this one. Just looks like another scene on the way to the cross. Those angels' gestures might not be what they appear. Let me see if I can figure it out. Well, that figure in the back left is a little odd, but I don't know what to make of him. It's Saint Roche. I'm not sure how he relates to the mystery. Maybe he's just here because he was a local. I might be imagining things, but isn't there a hint of a star shape in this one? Particularly at Jesus' legs? I don't think that would accomplish anything. I might be imagining things, but isn't there a hint of a star shape in this one? Particularly at Jesus' legs? Mary Magdalene obviously figures into this mystery in a big way. That must be Mary Magdalene at his feet. The Virgin is to the left. I wonder who that figure on the right is. There's almost a pattern there, but I'm not sure what it is. Hello? Abbe Arnaud?
Come in.
Miss Nakamura, good evening.
Hi, I was looking around town tonight. It's a beautiful church.
Thank you. Please sit down.
Ah, a chessboard. The Abbé must play. A chessboard. Now what does that remind me of? Ah, of course! The church floor. Black and white tiles. You have a lot of books on the area.
Yes, but I'm afraid I never lend books to anyone. With such a transient population, they never return.
No, I wasn't... fine. Yeah, he's got a lot of books. He's a butt about it, too. I was reading about the Magdalene statue in the church pamphlet.
Interesting, isn't it? All 4 of the Magdalene statues still exist.
So, were they related to the local Magdalene cult?
It is possible, but Magdalene has not been represented with a skull anywhere else in the Languedoc. Besides, Saunier placed that statue so prominently, some believe that everything he did in the church relates to the treasure somehow.
The church pamphlet talks about a sunrise line on July 22nd. Does that really happen?
Oh yes, if you stand at the church and look east, the sun rises directly over Chateau de Blanchefort.
Was that intentional, do you think?
Mademoiselle, but of course.
But that would mean someone had to choose the location of Blanchefort quite deliberately. It is younger than the church, isn't it?
But you see, Blanchefort and the church were built on far older ruins. Have you considered the church site, too, may have been positioned deliberately? It would not be the first time the ancients played with light and astronomy. Look at Stonehenge or the Great Pyramids.
Do you think there's a buried treasure around here?
I know there is, my child.
I wonder who that is. Is he a friend of yours?
Oh yes, I have the privilege to know him. He is Francois, the present Duke of Lorraine. Do you know the family?
I've heard of it.
Well, naturally.
Yeah, he's got a lot of books. He's a butt about it, too. I think the church floor is supposed to represent a chessboard. Ah, a chessboard. The Abbé must play. Abbé Arnaud. He must be interested in the mystery, or why would he be in a little town like this? I better get going. Thanks, Abbé Arnaud.
It's a pleasure to be of service, mademoiselle.